strike from the back.
First known as the Meadowlands, EA Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. Settle in. We think we've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. And off we go from East Rutherford. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Stop the run, can't 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 stop.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing to start. Here's Dart. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drop.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's Dart on first and 10. And that ball incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
He gets that complete downfield to Slayton. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big-time play out of the G-Men. 41 yards.
The 13-yard line.
Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. Not much happening there. Just a short gain.
Tackled by Leo Chanel. A gain of a yard. Brings
Here's
up
second and 9.
At the 12-yard line.
Out of the shotgun. It's Dart. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And he's in. What a try. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants. His 12th touchdown of the year. The extra point is good. And the Giants will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
Their own 29-yard line.
On the ground, they'll go with Rashad White, the back out of Arizona State. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 13 yards to start that drop. And a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, right back to White. He's beyond midfield to the 45. Down the sideline to the 20. And he will score. Rashad White. Touchdown, Washington. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
It is good. That ties the game at 7.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. Now ahead, and he lost the football. But this is taken in by a teammate. the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll run with Tracy. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Nick Cross will bring him down. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 6. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. Left side in the hands of Neighbors. They'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
He'll get this out to the left side. A gain there of 11. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the ground, here's Tracy. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not having it. Gonna lose a yard.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Out of the gun, 3rd down. It's Dart. We'll swing this out wide to Tracy. 16-yard pickup on that one. 1st down, Giants.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Nick Cross will bring him down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 8.
There we go, Sacks, go!
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Giants will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
Here we go, set. Bronco leading.
Daniels now on first down. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that. But it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter. They've got it with a second down and 10.
Come on, come on.
Shotgun snap and a give to White. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Here's 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. Swing this one out to White. They gain 18 yards on that one. First down, Washington.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
In motion goes Cooks. They'll go play action here with Daniels. On the move left. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
He's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Got me Ranger, got me Ranger. Ready.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 27.
At the 2-yard line.
Two yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal.
Go.
White trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
On second down, it's Daniel. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and They got to find a way to put...
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Rachaad White, touchdown Commanders. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. York, good on the extra point. The Commanders are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Gibson now on the return. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. And that catch number 40 on the season for him.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and it just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. He gets free inside the 20. And he will go all the way. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, here's Luke McCaffrey. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Here we go, set. Crack all 80.
The drive begins with a run by White. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take these forward for a gain of 4.
Ready, set.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. A pass, caught by the veteran. That's Brandon Cooks. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll find his running back, White. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
Brings up 2nd and
5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now Daniels. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the fourth down conversion.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Washington.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
Throwing is Daniels. Right side. Catch made by McLaurin. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Got ready?
Second and a yard. Again to White. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Another run here with White. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. The clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. After the loss of 3, it is second and 13.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll throw with Daniel. That's McLaurin open on the left side. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. As it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. First and 10.
Come on, come on. Hit. Cougar 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready?
To throw is Daniel. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. So they go backwards on first down. Here's second and 13. Daniels now going to look to throw. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. His 4th TD grab of the season.
His kick is good.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
On first and 10, here is Dart. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely. And it'll be second down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Out of the shotgun. It's Dart. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. This is 3rd and 6. Throwing. Dart. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway.
And the return. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Ready, ready. Get it.
They'll start this on the ground. Here's White. And this is going nowhere. He's going backwards to the 4-yard line.
A loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on 2nd down. Daniel. Short one there to Okonkwo. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, they'll call on Brad Robbins here to punt. Xavier Gibson deep to return. And it's a good return here. Able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field.
1st and 2 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
Here's Dart on 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 4.
Ready, go.
They'll go play action here with Dart. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately his passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Set.
A play fake, now Dart. That is caught the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
This has been a really good drive so far. But what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, Not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stopped him up short.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet he's going to find a different play.
It is brought in the end zone. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
His kick is good.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready up.
Daniels now on first down. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Javon Howard. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Giants take over first and 10 at the 44.
On first down, Dart. He's got his man, that's Slayton. Down the sideline. And he'll take this one in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York. The PAT, up and good. The Giants will extend this third quarter lead.
Commanders 21.
Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Let's go now. Got me lining. Got me Rangers. Got me Rangers. Mustang 19.
On first and 10, here's Daniels. Now pass deep for McLaurin. That is caught. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field. And after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
The Giants take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go. At the 60. At the 60.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Keith Saberstill makes the stop. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
It is second and 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
It's a gain of 13, and it's first and goal. Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's got another one. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants. That touchdown number 3 for him in the game, and number 14 for the year.
Makes the score Giants.
And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having the day.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey.
From the pistol, a give to right. And he'll take this up past the 40. Pick up a 5.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Commanders' first down.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The motion man here is McClure. That one incomplete. Good job. Pittsburgh there separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. That was something else. Big pickup on 4th and long. And they get a new set of downs.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. There's Okonkwo open left side. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Critical critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score. They got to score fast.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On the ground, it's White. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
Rig alert, 60 by 6, ready.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He pulls it in around the 5.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's first and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal.
Come on. Hey, 18 Cardinals, go.
Now Daniels going to give this forward to the receiver. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is third and goal.
Here we go.
Here's a design run. And he will score. Game on. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commander.
On the ready.
And now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Commanders will line up.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out.
Commanders 35.
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Tracy now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
To throw, it's Dart on first and 10. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a run. That run good for a dozen. A very quick first down.
First and 10.
So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. They look middle here and get it to Neighbors. Will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 41 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. Throwing again, Dart. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, New York. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown.
Makes the score Giants 41. Commanders 35.
Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
Throwing is Daniel. He's hit as he threw. He throws to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 35 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Now.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Even in the air, here's Daniels. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
On the ready.
Now, on 2nd and long.
Cut 19.
Throwing now, Daniel. This defense pinning their ears back, coming to get him again.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Third and long, and here's Daniels. He's got it inside the 5, and he will score again. Rachaad White, touchdown Washington. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon.
Washington will line up for the 2-point
Now Daniels,
conversion.
moving to his right, and that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Tracy now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Set up. Back to 60. Back to 60.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And they will finally run him down. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it here with 1:07 on the clock.
This is a great example of just the best quarterbacks know when to just get the ball out of their hand. They're looking downfield. They're trying to generate big plays. But if the defense takes it away, oftentimes the best choice, dump the ball off to your back, let him do the rest with his legs, and he's able to pick up a big gain.
Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. As it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. On 2nd down, Dart. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. Now the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. get this out wide. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. A chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
Bad news, yeah, that's all anybody.
I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away. You give me all that I don't fade. I don't wanna go to war. You don't wanna give me peace. I can never leave you alone, even when I'm overseas. If I gotta do a show, you coming with me. Baby girl, you a prime time. I don't care if everybody see. Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and don't let me go. Even when it's ugly and money get low. Trust me, even when it's one thing right after the other, the nerve really miss me. I know it's been 15 long days since I've been away. Tell me you waiting at home with the baby and tell her that daddy's so proud of the way. She teaching her mama and daddy to be more like kids and still handle the biz on the road. Cause I got a dream that I never could see in the shade. Excited to see where it goes. I love the environment. I could provide you with just like a writing about you in these songs. You taking me higher, no need for a lighter. The spark of my fire inspired this poem. Gone. Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and don't let me go. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and don't let me go. so typical. Body overdoing it, that's so typical. Tail like a god, that's so typical. Please don't more this, so typical. Don't wanna talk about it, so cynical. So cut it out like a umbilical. Don't wanna risk the ouch of the ridicule. It's so typical. It's so typical, visual, I feel like the one. Yeah, I wake up every morning and thank God for my lungs. Cause I'm breathing so good, I know I don't have to run. When you're looking this good, no one can tell you to jump, to swim. Yeah, I'm trying to ride the wave, I'm trying to get me paid, I'm trying to move and shake, I'm trying to walk away. I swear my wrists are great, I'm getting used